Matthew chapter 5, verse 13 and 14. This is very important, guys. Jesus looked at his crowd and said, "You are the salt of the earth." You are the salt of the earth. Okay, I brought a glass here and I brought a little water. Salt doesn't make noise, right? Salt doesn't make noise, but it does bring an effect. Look at this water. In the world, Christians are always minorities. And look at this. A glass of water, a sprinkle of salt. You don't have to put more. I mean, just a little bit. Salt doesn't cry out. Salt doesn't make noise like the media is doing in these days. Christians are a small group of people, but they bring an effect to the community. They make an impact in the community. It's salt water now. It brought an impact to this water. Let me read you. When Jesus looked at you, put your name. When Jesus looked at Katie, Linda Beeman, Vicky Korovadikanti, and he looked at me, Vicky, you are the salt of this earth. Salt makes a difference. This is the nature of salt. You cannot hide it. Sodium and chloride is the components in salt. So you make a difference, and that is your nature. You can't hide it. That is your nature. That is the power of salt. Salt has a power. But if you are the salt, if you're a Christian, if you're a disciple, if you're a follower of Jesus Christ, you are bringing a difference in the community. Salt preserves the earth from mortal decay. If you are the salt, you are preserving this culture. When you put salt in the food, it preserves the freshness of the food. We ought to preserve God's word in our culture, which means preserve the truth in the culture. Amen? Give praise to God. We preserve the truth in our culture. Even if you have to stand alone, you ought to stand for the truth. Even if I have to stand alone, I will stand for the truth. Because God's word comes first in our life. Okay? Number 2, salt is antiseptic. You use salt for health. Salt fights against the corruption. And it brings the best out of the water and meat. Salt cleans up the impurities. Salt does not make noise, but it brings the change. It brings the effect. Number 2 is salt is antiseptic, and salt is for health purposes. Number 3, salt pulls out the flavor. Can I see your hands? How many of you cook? Okay. How many of you don't cook? Okay, 1. Thank you for your honesty, brothers. Okay. You know, we cook. I cook too. When we cook, we sprinkle, we throw some salt. Some people throw salt like this. Put like this, you know. I pound salt all the time. You gotta come next Sunday. Anyway, hey, okay, let me. Salt brings, can I preach here? Salt brings flavor. Salt, when you put the salt in a curry, in a dish, it brings the flavor. The seasoning. We are called to be seasoning of the earth. And you know what, one thing? Salt, we're heading to the season now. In the wintertime, we put the salt on the ground, on the roads. Salt melts the ice. Boy, you missed that one. At one point, I have a cold heart towards God. I have a cold heart towards religion. I have a cold heart towards people. God's word melted my heart. That is what we ought to do. We take the gospel, because the power of God is in the gospel. We take the truth, we present the truth, and that melts down the cold hearts in this world. I personally don't want to be around the people who can't pull the best out of me. When I'm around the people, after I leave, I feel like, you know what? God did something in my life. I want the best. You know, so I want to hang around with the people who will bring the best out of me. Not like, yeah, you have that problem. Yeah, you're not qualified. Yeah, you're weak. Yeah, you always have those troubles. Yeah, you're broken. Yeah, you're sick. All these things, you know. I just don't want to be around those people. I want to be around the group of believers who look at me. God can change your life. God can bring the best out of your life. That is what salt does. Salt seasons and salt brings the flavor. That's how we ought to be as Christians.